So, as you can see right now, we're having a kind of an assistant to chief financial officer. So, assuming you are a chief financial officer in, let's say, in a banking space and the likes, and they are trying to make some decisions around expenses approval, CBN policies, and some questions around financial uh, analysis. So this is actually built for you in such a way that um, it has been processed in such a way that it can give you back a queried result from the database. It can also give you answers to some questions based on policies and expenses, any documents that you need for your daily daily schedules. Everything, in as much as the documents, everything is already processed for the rag to help you with, and you keeping abreast of your competitors, new CBN policy in towns and the likes. That's where the web comes in. So, as you can see here, I have example of queries that you can actually ask, example of rag questions, example of web questions. So, me, I'm just going to be like a demo CFO, right? Let's say today I just want to be like, compare tech and healthcare profit margin for me, and this should be able to do it. Yeah, show top 5 companies by revenue. So these are just example of questions that you can get, and then they are based on the type of data that goes down into the database. So the AI assistant will detect if this is an SQL database question, and then we'll go into the database to bring out uh, the the solution. You can see these are the key findings, and it's also going to give you an insight into it. You can see all the insights here. If you are unsure, you can check the SQL query that it has run. It's going to give you the SQL query it's run, and then sometimes you can view the table. This is the table from the database that is running from, and then visualization. It's also going to provide you with visualization. So let's also ask something like, which company have ROE above 20%? Let's see. Okay, which of the companies have ROE above 20%? Uh, okay. I'm also going to ask some few questions that you can see. So the SQL database is still an SQL database question, so you can see these are the companies. Understand? And these are the key insights. This is the SQL query run, the data table from which it's running from, and this is the visualization. You can see just simple charts. All right, so let me even ask a kind of technical question. Let's say um, I am about to initiate an expense for, let me say, of about $60,000. Which approval do I need for this? Something like this is going to go into the database, and then their assistants will detect that this calls for policy, and then it's going to check. You understand? I think I just typed something. Okay. Okay. It's processing the query right now. And let's wait. So you can see it's bringing all these from one of the documents that has been uploaded for the assistant. So, because the CFO has to deal with a lot of documents, so sometimes those policies can be conflicting. So it's best if AI helps you in stores like this. So based on the expenses approval policy for $60,000, you need CFO and board approval. According to the operating expenses approval threshold, about 50,000 requires CFO board blah 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 approval. Since your expense of 60,000 exceeds that 50,000 threshold, you need to obtain approval from both the chief financial officer and the board before proceeding with these expenses. And this is the source: expense approval, finance control policy, and revenue recognition. This is the source from the document that has been embedded inside the assistance to help us with. Let's even try and look at current inflation impacts on finance. Just trying to, think outside the box. Okay, so something like this, I don't have the documents with me, I don't have it in SQL database or whatever. So it's the assistant is going to detect this and then go into the web and search and then bring out scrubbed out answers for us with sources, valid sources. So these are one of the reasons why this has been built. Let's see. Now this is a web search. Current inflation impact on finance. See? Current key financial impact. You can see all this. These are current news. You can see all this. And then these are the sources. These are the sources, and these are the web sources. These are the web sources. And they are something you can actually check and then confirm yourself. So as I'm chatting with these AI assistants, it stores memory and then it could actually remember everything I've asked them so far pertaining to the uh, to questions I've been asking. So I can clear the memory, and then it's not going to remember that I've asked him anything before. So there won't be context to whatever I want to ask. Assuming I'm having a kind of progressive questions, back and forth. But if I want to clear the entire chat history that I've asked so far from this page, then I just clear everything here, and then everything returns back to normal. So the agent that I'm using is on auto recommended. So it's going to be the one to know which of these memories to use, either going through the SQL rag or web. It's going to, I can actually force it to use this, force it to use it, and force it to use it, but then it's on auto recommended. So it's on auto, so it's going to recommend which tool for which questions. So that's just the little project that I did. I'm still looking forward to expanding more on this and then doing more versions around it. But at least it's a great idea to start with. And this also extends to legal, HR, and anybody that deals with larger documents, policies, and the likes. Any profession that deals with that, this is going to be something suitable that I can actually build for them to help them to work. All right, thank you very much. My name remains Olani Michael Atosin. I'm your AI automation engineer. Follow me on LinkedIn, Michael Olani, and enjoy yourself. Bye.